There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic. Because this ad is 30 seconds, I can't get into everything I'm FDA approved to do, so I'm just going to play my jingle again. But first, ask your doctor about which FDA approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA approved Ozempic. Now here's that jingle again.
There's only one Ozempic.
One sunny day, a honeybee was merrily buzzing through an orchard when she stopped to collect nectar from a mystery apple blossom. She passed that pollen along to a Honeycrisp tree, and months later, the sugar bee apple was born. Naturally sweet, with layered notes of caramel, honey, molasses, and the perfect crunch. The world has embraced the sugar bee apple, a pure delight for snacking and baking. Download our new free recipe book and find a store near you at hellosugarbee.com. Sugar bee apples, from bee to you.
For exclusive podcasts and more, sign up at patreon.com/partnersincrimemedia.
This week's Law & Order Marathon winner is Melissa Tim of Hampton, Minnesota. Melissa will get a marathon decal showing she watched 26.2 hours of her favorite crime show. To be next week's winner, sign up at lawandorderpodcast.com.
I'm Kevin Flynn with Rebecca Lavoie and Ronald Young Jr., and these are their stories.
You think you know who did it, but you don't know who did it. Law and order, law and order, law and order. It's no ordinary police procedural, baby. It's the FNOG of police procedurals, baby. Law and order, law and order, law and order, law and order. These are their stories, these are their stories.
Welcome to Season 11 of These Are Their Stories, the podcast about network TV's most enduring crime franchise and the real-life cases that inspired their shows. I'm Kevin Flynn. Each podcast will break down an episode from either Criminal Intent, SVU, or Original Recipe. And today we're looking at Special Victims Unit, Season 8, Episode 1, Informed.
These environmental radical groups, they are playing with fire and with explosives, and it's just a matter of time before someone gets killed.
Was she wearing a wire last night?
Of course.
They found out. You got her raped.
Joining me to do just that is true crime author and the host of Crime Writers On, and Something's Off, it's Rebecca Lavoie. Hello, Rebecca.
Hey, Kevin.
And rounding out our panel is our special guest, Ronald Young Jr. Hello, Ronald.
Hello, Rebecca and Kevin. I'm so happy to be here for Season 11. Look at us. We did it.
I was just going to say, don't you love it like when they have the big season opener and have a big special guest star to like make it like really special, and you're like, oh, we're pulling out the big guns here.
So
that's
why do we
got
have Ronald?
Oh, hey, it's Big Ron. Come on.
That was hurtful. And the thing is, I expect that from Kevin. I don't expect it from you, Rebecca. This is
I know. I'm such a fan.
The gloves are off now. I am now going at both of you equally.
It was a layup. I couldn't help it.
He alley-ooped it right to you.
Ronald, we very much enjoy supporting you on Patreon. You have a podcast called Leaving the Theater, in which you give your hot takes on movies right as you walk out of the theater. I want to know, are things getting better or worse?
Ooh, interesting. The latest movie I just did was Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
I did it out of order. So I did Supergirl last week, but then I had to go back and do Disclosure Day. And I will say, I think that Steven Spielberg is falling so out of touch with filmmaking and movie making, and this film, which probably would have been fine 20 years ago, is just something that does not fit in theaters today in a very unique way. So no, things are not getting better at the cinema. However, this has been the best box office year. I want to say since before the pandemic, meaning that people are returning to the movies again, which is good for them, but let's give them something good to see, I would say.
Do you like the movie theaters where you like get reserved seating and you sit in Barca loungers, or do you just like old school sticky diet soda on the floor and kernels of popcorn from the previous showing? What kind of movie theater do you like?
I like a bigger chair. I like a big, comfortable chair. But I will say this. If I'm going to go see a movie that is not going to be that great, then I want to be as comfortable as possible with the best possible food ever. I would have been more forgiving to sit in a sticky seat with Diet Coke or whatever and all that nonsense going on and kids yelling at the screen and all that. If I knew I was going to see a blockbuster, knock it out of the park, home run movie. But because that's not always the case anymore, then I want to be as comfortable as possible if I have to leave my house to watch this film.
Amen.
Gotcha. Now, I don't want to like start a rumor or anything. I just want to pick your brain. If I were to retire and turn this show over to you, who would be your co-host?
Rebecca Lavoie.
Oh, yeah.
Good call.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, get out of here.
Hell yeah.
One, I would have access to your house and kitchen still.
It's not that kind of retirement, but I'm down.
Listen, I'm in there. So, I'm just saying, I'm in the house. That's
yes,
that's the only place we could record it, right? So,
100%.
Absolutely.
Let's do this.
All right, now let's take a look at the first half of this episode. Special Victims Unit, Season 8, Episode 1, Informed. Well, you meet the most interesting people in the emergency room at night. They include Haley Kerns, who walks in after a sexual assault that left her with her head shaved. She tells Detective Olivia Benson that she doesn't want her help, but just like her rapist, Benson will not take no for an answer.
Oh. Haley, please listen to me.
I just want to soak in the tub.
You can still do a rape kit.
You can leave now.
Once the evidence is washed away, Haley, it's gone forever.
While Haley washes away all the physical evidence from her attack in a hot bath, Benson steals her soiled panties and gives them to Warner to run for DNA. She suspects the head shaving mirrored the punishment World War II collaborators were given. Liv looks into whoever was with Haley the previous night and questions her boyfriend, Justin, who denies attacking her. She learns that they are both part of a hardcore protest group that's against animal testing, deforestation, fossil fuels, urban sprawl, genetically modified food, government surveillance, pollution, war, nuclear power, power tools, and chef, red wine with white fish. Benson returns to Haley's apartment to discover it's been ransacked and she's vanished. And it's there that she's reunited with FBI agent Dana Lewis, who tells her Haley is a confidential informant in her investigation into the eco-terrorist organization, the Earth Defenders Group, also known as EDGE. Benson believes Haley was exposed. The EDGE. Benson believes Haley was exposed and attacked by a group member. Warner completes the DNA test but won't give Olivia the name because Novak says the panties were taken illegally. The FBI's Wire captured Haley arguing with activist Mitchell Hassam. In an effort to find the missing Haley, Detective Elliot Stabler goes with Lewis to search Mitchell's secluded cabin, where they discover dynamite in a freezer chest. They get out just before it can explode, but the blast injures Stabler and leaves him unconscious. So after it's implied that Haley refused calling the police at the emergency room, that social worker contacted SVU anyway, right? So Benson decided to wait outside in her car until she left the hospital, and I'm sure Benson's question is, how will I know it's her? She's the one with the shaved head.
Yeah.
With a bunch of random strands.
Yeah, and they didn't even patch up that little cut on her head, which was unfortunate.
Yeah, what kind of hospital is this? They were like, here's the morning after pill. We're not even concerned with that cut on your head. Not even a Band-Aid or rinse.
Yeah. Or even like, hey, can I just get that little flyaway that's still there?
Yeah.
Can I've got the clippers right here.
Let me just cut these other pieces off for you just to make it uniform at the very medium.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's the least I could do. I'm not even going to charge your insurance company for that.
Yeah, they would anyway.
Yes, they would.
So Haley's not having anyone's shit, right? When asked if she was raped, she says,
Were you raped? No, I made a love connection.
I made a love connection. It's like, we'll be back in 2 and 2. Remember that show, Love Connection?
Yeah, I do.
Yes. Yes. It was in reruns when I was watching it, but yes, I remember it.
Yeah. And it reminds me of the fact that it gets a call out in Funky Cold Medina.
It does?
I was picked as a contestant on the Love Connection. The audience voted, and they picked a winner. I took my date to the Hilton for Medina and some dinner. By the way, it's just the nicest date rape song that ever was on the charts.
Yeah, no kidding.
I hate it. I don't like it at all.
Don't like it at all.
There's a lot of things I don't like. Can I just say something real quick about Olivia Benson?
Of course.
So, as y'all always know, every time I come on this show, the longer I've been on this show, the more further I am from being what most people would identify as pro-cop, even anti-cop, some would describe me as. But the more I become anti-cop, and this episode, Kevin, was the most egregious police corruption episode that I have seen in very, very many years of this show. Olivia attempts to coerce Haley into doing a rape kit, illegally obtains her information and shows up at her house, coerces her way into her house, refuses to take no for an answer, accused her boyfriend of sexual assault without evidence, illegally obtains evidence putting Melinda's job at risk, tells a person about Haley's attack without her permission, gets real high and mighty later in the episode when someone else takes the law into their own hands because she can skirt the system, but no one else is allowed to. This was the most egregious Olivia police corruption episode I've seen in probably all of the episodes I've done with y'all.
She's a terrorist in this episode.
She's not an eco-terrorist.
Just a regular terrorist.
When the FBI lady is like, eco-terrorism is the number one priority for the feds, I'm like, how about rotten cops? That should be your number one priority. 100%.
Yes. Nailed it.
So Benson shows up at Haley's apartment just as the hot water has filled the tub nicely. And Olivia cannot stop her from, bathing, but no need because the dirty panties are right there on the floor.
So I have a quibble with the art directors and the art direction of this program. So we all know from watching this show and watching every other thing in the world where there's some sort of sexual assault storyline, the trope is the woman wants to get in the shower, right, or the bath and cry.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Do they typically light a bunch of candles around the tub before they do that to make it kind of sexy? I have never seen that before.
Never seen it.
Haley. Lock the door on your way out.
What were they thinking?
Calgon, take me away.
Sheesh. It was like one of those Amy Adams in the tub scenes in like every single movie that she's in. I don't understand. It was wild.
And then she goes, lock the door on the way out.
She does.
Which was, okay, and so hilarious, but also I'm sitting there looking at it and I was like, obviously this person does not want to talk to you.
Correct.
But we've become so obsessed with solving the case, which you assume is the right thing to do to seek justice for this woman who wants nothing to do with you whatsoever. So much so that, again, she's in the bathroom crying, about to get into a tub. And you're like, wait, don't do that yet. Give me a card, anything. It was so egregious.
Yeah.
And because she's this animal rights freak that she's not using the good soap.
No, and she has all rescue dogs ostensibly that are all purebreds. Did you notice that? There's a Wheaten Terrier sitting there. There was all these actual dogs just sitting there. And I was like, those are not rescue dogs.
Yeah.
And that house is filled with dog hair.
Oh, that house smells real bad.
Smells like dog.
It smells like dog. So after Warner's observation that Nazi collaborators in France had their heads shaved, Benson runs with the idea that someone thought Haley was a traitor. So she thinks the key to solving the case has to do with who would do that. And the answer is some dude who watches too much History Channel porn.
That's right. One of those World War II dads.
That's right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. One of those people who can't stop talking about the Roman Empire for some reason.
Exactly.
They're really, really obsessed with the past.
Why was Olivia such a dick to Warner? Did I ever tell you about my trip to Paris? No.
Oh, because she's really focused now on the victims, Rebecca.
Well, doesn't mean you should be shitty to your coworker.
Plus, I don't know. Do you think Warner has really great small talk stories?
Sure, why not?
First of all, Melinda has been built out in terms of being a background character. Y'all have watched a lot of this show just like I have. By the time you get to by the time she's a main, in season 8, where she's a main character, meaning that she's going to be in every episode, we've learned so many little things about Melinda that she's she really loves men. When I say that, she's hit on a few people, spat game at people. She has opinions on things. She states them clearly for people to hear. She doesn't tolerate nonsense or foolishness. And she's overworked. All of those things are true. Stuff that we just learn as we go. So yes, I would love to hear about your year in Paris, Melinda. All of your horny stories of the dudes that you were pursuing.
But I think there's a non-0% chance that story was going to end up how I was in Paris and I got to do all the work with Jacques the Ripper.
Yeah.
There was all these very French autopsies that she had to perform.
The best medical examiner in Paris.
That's right. By the way, Cragen really knows how to slut shame his workers, doesn't he?
Yes.
Nice outfit.
Thanks.
You were wearing it yesterday.
You were in the same outfit last night. He said, I even came back with dirty panties, but they're not mine.
Yeah, exactly. Ew.
All right, let's take a look at our cast.
It's our very special guest star,
Miss Marcia Gay Harden.
Yay!
Here she is playing FBI agent Dana Lewis.
So you know for a fact that Haley's a member of Edge?
No one advertises their membership. It's a decentralized group with no official leadership, and the smaller cells act autonomously, so it is almost impossible to track them down.
So how'd you manage to infiltrate it?
I didn't. Haley did.
So Marcia is an Academy Award winner for Pollock. She was nominated for Mystic River. She has a Tony for God of Carnage. She also received a Guest Actress Emmy nomination for this episode of SVU. She lost to silver screen actress Leslie Caron, who also did a guest stint on SVU. Marcia once said that until people get to know me, they think I am a dark, serious bitch, which is funny because people say the same thing about me, except not sensuous.
Okay.
Just dark.
Just dark. Yeah. And now Ronald's looking at me like, okay, tell me more. Tell me more, Irish guy.
Say more about the dark.
That's right. Well, they say I'm black Irish, but it just means this part up here.
Yeah.
And it's going gray, so I guess I'm gray Irish at this point.
He's lightened up over the years.
Yeah. You love yourself a little MGH?
I do love her, and I love her in this part, and I hate what they do to her character on this show so much. I will never, ever get over it.
You know what, though, Rebecca? I will say this. No matter what I think of what's happening with Marcia Gay Harden on a screen, she is so charming in most of the roles that she plays that it's just hard. Like, even as an FBI agent, I'm like, I don't like what they're doing to her character, but I'm going to back her up because I love her.
Even when it's revealed that she's a fucking serial killer or whatever they turn her into, it's not great. Not great, Bob.
No, but it's still like, she probably had a good reason. It's MGH.
So we get to see somebody before they were famous.
Before they were famous.
Who's that playing Haley's boyfriend, Justin?
You know, a few of our fundamental liberties are still intact, like the right to read whatever we choose without fear of government intrusion.
That's Ebon Moss-Bachrach.
Yeah. Ebon has 3 Law & Order Universe appearances. He's best known as Richie in The Bear. Yes, Chef!
Cousin.
Ebon has been a supporting actor in Damages, The Punisher, The Last Ship, Girls, and Nosferatu. Ebon has the distinction of being murdered in the opening sequence in episode 1 of Law & Order Criminal Intent.
Good for him.
Yeah, him and his girlfriend stumble onto a jewelry store heist and get shot. And surprisingly, Gorin does not sniff him. I guess that's something that comes later.
Incredible.
It's
incredible.
Incredible.
You know what I like about seeing him in this?
What?
So I've had this long-term theory watching The Bear that they juice up his eye color and Jeremy Allen White's eye color in the shot.
Yeah.
But it's real Brillo in this too. So I'm like, maybe they're not doing that with him.
No, he's just naturally beautifully blue-eyed.
Yeah, beautifully blue-eyed.
You know what, though? You mentioned before he was famous, and I think that's true, but I will say I saw him. He has such a distinct face and acting style that he was very much, hey, I know that guy for many years before he became Ebon Moss-Bachrach in The Bear, because by the time he shows up in The Bear, I'm like, oh, we're going to get a lot more of this guy. I like that guy. As opposed to now you go back, I'm like, oh yeah, this boy was everywhere, man. Like you can look through his thing. I'm like, I know he was sleeping on couches in the early 2000s because he never quit working in those days with a bunch of these, there's 2 or 3 Law and Order. He was in Law and Order Trial by Jury. By Jury. What are we even talking about?
It wasn't regular Law and Order. Yeah, he had the distinction of also getting his trifecta with Trial by Jury.
Yeah.
So Ebon made his Broadway debut this year with John Bernthal, who plays Michael, dead brother in The Bear.
Who's also hates that guy who's everywhere.
Yeah, I guess they're pretty good buddies. Yeah. They both appear now in the Al Pacino drama Dog Day Afternoon, an adaptation of Dog Day Afternoon on Broadway. It's a new play, and it's partly played as a comedy. You've seen Dog Day Afternoon, right?
Yeah, it was a play and then a movie, and now it's a play again.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a real life thing about this, bank heist.
Right. It was a real thing, and then a movie, and then a play.
Yeah, it's a comedy in which Sal gets his head blown off by the FBI in the end.
Yeah.
So I guess they keep calling The Bear a comedy, so I just, keep wondering if Ebon's sense of humor is a little off.
Yeah. Also, The Bear is not a comedy.
I know. They keep winning Emmys for being a comedy.
Bullshit.
It's like
bullshit.
I don't know. Sydney stabbed him in the ass with a knife by accident in season 1.
Funny.
That was hysterical. But that was it.
That was funny. Yeah, no, there's a lot of category fraud with this show generally. Like, you have no business competing with the comedies. And of course, you're going to win depending on what scene that you're submitting. But is it a comedic scene that you're submitting is my other question. And then if the people who are doing the voting are just looking on there and seeing The Bear, are they even looking at the other scenes to say, was this funnier than the other programs? Like, are they going up against Hacks? You have no business going up against Hacks.
And
Hacks
Abbott Elementary. Exactly.
Yeah, like Hacks is a comedy show that has serious parts of it. It's the exact opposite for The Bear. It's like there's funny parts in this drama.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why I'm now putting this podcast under news and public affairs.
Do it.
On Apple because, I don't know.
Movie and TV is crowded.
Movie and TV is crowded.
Put us under environmental.
Right, but for this episode, I will.
Or government.
Put us under documentary.
There you go. There you go. We have a, hey, it's that guy.
Hey, it's that guy.
Can you tell me the name of the actor playing Mitchell?
How come you didn't go to her aid?
I was about to, but they walked off arm in arm. They got into an obscenely huge SUV. I remember thinking, you hypocritical bitch.
That character actor is Alan Campbell. He's best known as Assistant DA Derek Mitchell on Jake and the Fat
Mitchell.
Man.
He was going to say Ditchell Mitchell.
He was. He dumb.
Yes, he was Derek Mitchell on Jake and the Fat Man. Remember that one?
Okay.
Nope. William Conrad was probably thrilled that his character was going to be known as Fat Man. He was like the DA, and Jake was like his private investigator. It was a CBS crime thing. I don't know if that's like a great way to like establish a character. I mean, they could have named SVU Olivia and the Forehead.
It's true.
Correct. It would have worked.
Olivia and the Mean Man.
Yeah.
Mean Man.
Olivia the jerk. It's actually pronounced Fatman. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, okay. There you go. Fatman.
Like the Mothman
Jake
prophecy.
And the Fitman. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Fatman.
That's right. Followed by Magnum P.I. Yes. He also played E.Z. Taylor, the surfer dude, co-worker with John Ritter in the spinoff Three's a Crowd. Remember how Jack Tripper had to pretend to be gay so he could share an apartment with 2 women? Otherwise, the landlord would kick him out?
Yes. I remember.
Yeah. And America was like, yeah, that's a sustainable plan.
Completely fine.
Wait, what did you say the name of the show was?
Three's a Crowd.
I thought it was Three's Company.
It is Three's Company, but it was a spinoff when they wanted to cancel. It was only on for a year. I think the premise was Jack finally moves in with his love of his life.
Oh my God! They did another of the same thing. What?
They did.
Yes.
They did.
Yes.
I hate it.
You gotta love John Ritter. You can't have enough John Ritter in the world.
I love John Ritter.
It's like the great genre of how 70s TV portrayed gay people and straight people pretending to be gay people, like Soap, in which Billy Crystal played a gay character, and then that one where Tom Hanks dressed up as a woman to live in that hotel.
Bosom buddies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird. Am I right?
Weird.
Fucking weird.
It just brought all back sort of memories of the Thigh Master. And all kind of
Suzanne Summers and her Thigh Master plane.
Yeah.
Love her.
That thing made her so rich.
Filthy rich. It was like the George Foreman grill for white women.
That's right.
All right. Well, there's a Hey, It's That Girl.
Hey, it's that girl.
Did you recognize who's playing paramedic number 2?
No.
Ma'am, he's got a concussion.
That's Abigail Hawk. She would go on to become Detective Abigail Baker in 14 seasons of Blue Bloods. 14 seasons. Did you watch Blue Bloods, Ronald?
No.
You already established you're
Is that on CBS?
not pro-cop, so... Yes, it was on CBS.
Then I haven't seen it.
Listen, man, the longer it goes on, the less I can watch it.
So her character on Blue Bloods was the assistant to Tom Selleck's character, Commissioner Frank Reagan. She would brief him on the cases and bring papers. Basically, she was like their Profaci.
Yeah.
Oh, Profaci.
Yeah, sounds like it.
So in the second season...
Isn't that gross?
Yeah. Well, in season 1, her character's first name was Melissa, but no one ever called her that. So in the second season, Tom Selleck said that her character's first name should be Abigail, like herself. So he basically Tony Danza'd her.
Yeah, he did. Poor Tony Danza. Played Tony in everything he was in because he couldn't respond to other names. He's a dork. He's real stupid.
What an idiot. What?
Yeah, in Taxi, he was Tony. And Who's the Boss? He was Tony because He was not responding when he was called by other names.
Does he know what acting is? Isn't he an actor? Isn't he like a renowned
He was
Broadway
a boxer,
also?
and then he was an actor.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay,
Yeah, he was a boxer. Yeah, now he does like he does like a Sinatra sing along thing in New York. He's very busy.
Nobody says anything bad about him. He's supposed to be like really lovely, except that he literally couldn't respond to another name on television.
But he's the boss. He doesn't have to.
That's true. Angela!
I'd argue that Angela was the boss, but that's just me.
Lastly, who is playing Russ, the terrorist?
Okay, the CEO's office is in there to the right, and I'll see you downstairs at 10.
Couldn't tell you.
That's Jeremy Schwartz. You might not recognize his face, but you would recognize his voice if you know him as the narrator of the reality competition show Moonshiners.
No.
In which real-life outlaw distillers compete with one another using traditionally illegal methods to make spirits that they drink from glass jars.
No.
I am not making that up.
No.
Yes.
No, I love that show. I love that show.
Really?
You never watched that show? That show's
Nope.
incredible. That show's incredible. To me, it was during the Discovery Channel's heyday when we were watching Catch Me If You Can, Deadliest Catch, when we were watching Deadliest Catch, and we were watching Intervention and Hoarders and Moonshiners. Moonshiners was a brilliant show. Obviously, they couldn't do it forever, but brilliant show. Actually, I think it's still on. It has 200, I'm sorry, I looked it up, 295 episodes.
Holy
Go watch
shit.
Moonshiners.
Yeah.
Is that like hillbilly hand fishing? Remember that one?
Well, I mean, it's probably in that realm.
Hillbilly hand fishing should have been one episode. How many times do you need to see someone stick their hand in a hole and pull out a catfish? Like once is enough.
I really thought I was going to stump Ronald on this one, but I know I've stumped Rebecca. So Moonshiners, it has a bunch of spinoffs. Moonshiners American Spirit, Moonshiners Master Distiller, Moonshiners True Crime and Shine, Moonshiners Whiskey Business, and Master Distiller Tournament of Champions.
Holy shit.
So it's a competition show. The judges include a guy named Digger, Stevie Ray Tickle, and a man who wears overalls and no shirt all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's a real guy. Yes.
Yep. So each week, the competitors include one licensed distiller, one home hobbyist distiller, and one honest-to-God outlaw Appalachian backwoods moonshiner going head-to-head to make a different kind of spirit.
Oh, my God.
Some of the contestants included Big Chuck, Big Mike, Big Ian, Red Dog, Big Mac.
Oh, Red Dog. That's my dog. So much better than Blue Dog. Red Dog's my guy.
Well,
Blue Dog and
Big Worm?
Black Dog are the worst, but Red Dog holds it down. I love it.
Oh, all right. There was also Big Worm, Big Smoke, Slick, Hog Daddy, Hillbilly Jesus, the Whiskey Witch, the Mash Monster.
That was a Whiskey Witch, a woman?
Yes.
Yeah. Figured.
Yeah.
DEI strikes the moonshiners, right?
Yeah, better than the Whiskey Black. That guy. No one saw that guy coming.
Black Barrel. Yeah.
Yeah, Black Barrel. That's better.
Don't forget Still Doctor. I like that one. In case you're wondering if all those people are woke, their pronouns are y'all. The obvious suspect is Haley's boyfriend, Justin, who runs this bookstore and is part of this protest group. And Benson asks if he'll give a DNA sample.
Would you submit a DNA swab?
Never.
Why not?
It's the ultimate invasion of privacy.
Yes.
Really? Tell that to your rape victim girlfriend what an invasion of privacy is.
Yeah. I still think he's not wrong about the DNA sample.
I'm agreed on both. I'm agreed on both.
I mean, if she's going to grab Haley's like dirty panties, doesn't he have like a cigarette butt or some stupid thing that she could steal?
Probably, yeah. Or just one of those nasty old used books that he's been holding.
Yeah, disgusting.
You will not take my copy of Das Kapital.
This was after they went to the co-op that wasn't a co-op, right?
Right, looking for, this was a grocery co-op.
Yes, that was called what? Cooperation Food Co-op? Greatest business name?
What's Haley's position here?
Oh, she's in vitamins and homeopathics. And, of course, she's a co-owner.
Really? She inherited?
I don't think you understand how a co-op works. All our employees are co-owners.
And then as they walk through the aisles and he describes all of their all-organic shit, there's literally wrapped heads of Dole iceberg lettuce just piled up there in a big pyramid.
Yeah, that's organic. You don't know about that. The plastic is organic, Rebecca. That's what you got to understand. So,
Cooperation. I mean, I go to the Broken Spine bookstore. I guess it's used books, huh? Because it's called Broken Spine.
First of all, okay, but that was way more clever than Cooperation Food Co-op.
Agreed. I'd use that name for a bookstore.
Yeah. Okay.
So here's where we're reintroduced to FBI agent Dana Lewis. She first appeared undercover with a white supremacist group using the name Star Morrison.
What are you working on now, Dana?
I still go by Star Undercover.
Are you undercover now?
And for some reason, she explains that she still uses the name Star. So she's Dana Lewis, but some people are calling her Star.
Her white supremacist cover name?
Yeah, she's still using it.
Well, I still use Adolf once in a while.
Yikes.
That explains the Timothy Chalamet mustache that you've been going on there.
First of all, Rebecca, you couldn't last 2 seconds in as an undercover in a white supremacist organization.
It's true.
They would say one thing, you'd be like, what? No.
What the actual fuck?
Be actual steam coming from her ears.
Why are you guys wearing masks? Don't you want people to see who you are so they can call your employers?
How about we do that? All of us take our masks off. Come on.
And then all the congressmen can know who their aides and what they're doing on the weekends?
We should post our staff on our website. So for Dana Lewis, there was this shooting in the courtroom. In the first time she appears, she killed one of the white supremacists to protect Stabler, and Stabler got shot. And then in a later season, she returns as a rape victim who took her own rape kit. And in that one, Stabler gets shot by a ricochet from Lewis's gun. By the way, she's had more chances to let Stabler die.
That's right.
Just let him go than anybody else. And that assault that was apparently payback from the white supremacist from the first episode, her last appearance was in Secrets Exhumed, which is an episode that we covered. This is where Amaro figures out that years ago, she killed the woman her boyfriend ran off with and staged it to look like a serial rapist that they had been hunting.
That's right. Horrible.
Now, as we discussed, Marcia Gay Harden received an Emmy nomination for this performance. I got to say, I don't see it. It's kind of.
You're such an asshole.
Well, she gets to say like funny.
She didn't win.
She gets to say funny Arthur Branch cornpone things, but I don't really know if she's like.
Look, she's charming. She's charming, but I don't know. I kind of agree with you because there was nothing about this that felt so stand out that I would nominate her for it. But the DA that put the face on the other guy's face,
Christine Lottie.
Yeah, I think that episode, if that wins an Emmy, I can understand why. This one, not so much. Or even the Sharon Stone episodes. Those are Emmy-worthy like performances.
Sharon Stone.
She picks up the dead boy to
check out the dead boy.
Yeah.
No, Sophie. Your son needs you.
Your son wants you to do the right thing.
So we find out that Haley is an FBI informant, and she's now missing. So they listen to her wire, and we hear her talking to another protester named Mitchell, who seems to be planning something. So they go to Mitchell's secluded cabin to look for Haley, and that's where Stabler inadvertently pulls out a stick of dynamite from the freezer chest.
Call the bomb squad.
No time. It's crystallizing. If the temperature goes up more than 3 degrees, it'll explode.
And that's not how dynamite works.
Well, maybe frozen dynamite works that way.
No.
You looked it up?
I looked it up.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up. If you drop it, you're fucked. But the temperature, it could also, that kind of thing could make it leak. And nitroglycerin could come out and other shit like that. But if you defrost it, you're fine.
Yeah.
You can just leave it there.
What if you drop the tofu patties, though? What happens then?
Well, that's like Stabler puts it back in the chest.
Hopefully you leave them there and you bury them where they belong, back in the dirt.
He was horrified by those tofu patties. That was great.
He put everything back in the chest, and they run out of the cabin. They take a deep breath. They have a little banter, and then the whole fucking thing explodes.
Predictable.
Because the temperature probably went down 3 degrees or something.
Yep.
Yeah, but Stabler's like, this is why I let Kathy start the car.
Oh, Kevin. R.I.P. Kathy.
True.
There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic.
And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
I told you it was catchy.
One sunny day, a honeybee was merrily buzzing through an orchard when she stopped to collect nectar from a mystery apple blossom. She passed that pollen along to a honeycrisp tree, and months later, the sugar bee apple was born. Naturally sweet, with layered notes of caramel, honey, molasses, and the perfect crunch. The world has embraced the sugar bee apple, a pure delight for snacking and baking. Download our new free recipe book and find a store near you at hellosugarbee.com. Sugar bee apples, from bee to you.
I'm Serena Williams, and I'm healthier on Ro. I've lost 34 pounds in a year with GLP-1s, diet, and exercise. On Ro, you can access GLP-1 options, including the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss. Go to ro.co/journey to see if you qualify. 14 to 20% average weight loss in 1 year in non-diabetics with obesity or overweight with a weight-related medical condition versus 2.2% to 3.1% in placebo arm. RX only. To stay informed about serious side effects, go to ro.co/safety.
All right, now let's take a look at the second half of this episode. With Stabler on his way to the hospital, Benson joins Lewis in the search for Mitchell.
You ever seen Mitchell with this girl?
No. Pretty thing. I don't know how you explain her to his girlfriend.
Mitchell's got a girlfriend?
Persephone Free James. Runs an organic greenhouse called Persephone Seeds just north of town. Can't miss it.
Mitchell's girlfriend, Persephone, says that he can be found at a protest against genetically modified food at Gen Eng. When they bring him in, Mitchell denies raping Haley. He says that she got into an argument with another guy and left in his SUV. He also lets it slip that Edge has something big planned.
Edge.
Warner tells Benson that...
Sorry.
Is that a radio station or something? It sounds like you're doing a call out.
It is.
That's not how you want to say it when you hear it. Whenever I hear it.
102.7, The Edge.
The Edge. Yeah, that's exactly
it. So Warner tells Benson that she can finally tell her whose DNA was in Haley's panties because the dude was just murdered. Xander Owens was a drug dealer who just got out of prison. Lewis says he went to jail because Haley's previous undercover assignment was in that drug ring. And just like that, Haley turns up like nothing happened.
What a narc.
So they accused her of withholding the name of a rapist so she could kill him herself. Now, with murder charges hanging over her head, Haley agrees to take Benson undercover as Persephone to learn what Edge is up to. With Haley's diesel fuel and Persephone's fertilizer, a terrorist cell member takes them to Gen Eng corporate headquarters to blow up the CEO's office, where Edge's elusive leader, Andy Dell, is waiting for them. But when she's not looking, Haley knocks Olivia out and proceeds to build the bomb. That's when Agent Lewis shoots her to stop the explosion. Still undercover as Persephone, Benson is arrested, leaving the other Edge members to believe that she is truly one of them. Lewis says that they have never been able to infiltrate the terrorist group and convinces Liv to go deeper undercover to thwart their plans. Back at SVU, Stabler is confused as to why Benson's desk has been cleared out and telephone disconnected. Cragen tells Elliot he is about to get a new partner who will forever live in his spank bank.
Oh, Danny.
Danny Beck. Yes, so this is the season 8 opener. It was filmed later on chronologically because Mariska was out on maternity leave.
Right.
I don't know if you get it. For some reason, her hair is longer in the opening scene by the hospital than in the rest of the episode.
I know she was she had put on a few, and I was wondering, is this one of her pregnant episodes?
Yes.
How could you body shame a pregnant woman?
I'm not body shaming her. I'm just saying she did not.
I'm stating a fact, Ronald.
She looked like maybe she was hiding that fertilizer under her shirt, not in the backpack. That's all.
This is.
And there's nothing. I'm just observing.
On the next Wait For It, Rebecca Lavoie.
Yeah, exactly.
Rebecca Lavoie talks about all the way they've hidden.
Trash about Rebecca for 1 hour.
All the way they've hidden Mariska Hargitay's pregnancies and what's her Rollins' pregnancies on the show. My favorite was when they sat Mariska Hargitay behind a giant computer, and from which she never stood up. She was just typing, going like this with her head.
Perfect. I gotta hack it to the mainframe.
I've never used one of these in the show before, but now I'm an expert.
So this temporary break from the show opens the door for a 6-episode arc with Stabler being paired with Danny Beck.
What's the deal anyway?
You're Detective Stabler, right? Captain said you'd be here. I'm Danny Beck, your new partner.
They have romantic tension. They share a kiss, but the Benslers still fucking hate her. They
I do
still,
too.
to this day. By the way, Connie Nielsen, who you would remember from Wonder Woman, she played Danny Beck. She says that she will never come back to SVU because of the fan reaction.
Good.
Fine, because no one was asking.
Yeah,
No
nobody
shit.
wants you back.
Danny
What are you talking
sucked.
about here?
I don't mean to be xenophobic, but she had that weird fucking accent. No one knew where she was from. She just showed up, tried to fuck Elliot. It was not okay.
Yeah. And then Elle Fanning tried to burn down her apartment.
That's right. That was actually really good.
Or Dakota Fanning. I don't know.
It was Dakota Fanning. It was
They
really
were
good.
they were 7 years old.
It was a Fanning.
It was a Fanning. Exactly.
One of those interchangeable Fannings.
Yeah.
I love them.
And in episode 6 of the season, we go back to Benson, who is undercover in the group. She helps take down the terrorists, but still has time to get back to New York to testify at a rape trial because she's about the victims. All right, so they find Mitchell at a protest against genetically altered food in front of Gen Eng, where someone from the corporation says, I know, I'll go out and talk to him.
We genetically alter food to grow in climates where it never grew before. We feed the starving.
Liar!
You line your own greedy pockets at the expense of people's health.
That always works.
I can settle this.
It's effective.
Well, Warner is finally able to tell Liv who Haley's rapist is, but the DNA comes back to like this murdered drug dealer, and Lewis knows him because he used to be part of the gang that Haley previously informed on. So, by the way, if Haley is actually this big animal rights environmental radical, she must have been the most annoying member of that drug ring.
No shit.
By far.
She's like, hey, no gluten in our heroin.
You got to recycle that spoon.
Yeah.
That's right. Of course we're reusing needles. The Amazon's burning.
That's funny.
No plastic in our smack baggies. Only bamboo wrappers. They're sustainable.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Drug mule. I prefer drug burro. So Lewis sends Haley to the terror plot with Benson posing as Persephone, who the terrorists need because apparently Persephone runs a greenhouse and it's the only way they could get fertilizer.
Yes, she runs an organic greenhouse at which she orders no fertilizer. And then they use her to buy fertilizer that you can also buy at Blue Seal Feeds right down the street from us if you want to.
Yeah, why the fuck did he? And then like also Haley's like, and I got the diesel fuel. Like, why are you two so valuable?
Yeah.
What are you actually bringing?
Yeah.
Diesel fuel and fertilizer.
Diesel fuel, I guess.
You brought things that we could have gotten ourselves.
That's right.
Yeah.
Easily.
Why do we have to expose our operational safety here just so you can get on the subway with a canister of diesel fuel, which is not going to... Maybe in New York it doesn't draw attention. I don't know.
Listen, I've been on that subway. Nothing draws attention. They carry everything. They carry
Dogs and bags.
Yeah.
They literally are shooting a podcast live on the subway every other day or so. When I found out that they shoot subway takes, they don't block off a car. They just get on and shoot it. What?
Yeah.
You can do anything on the New York Metro.
And I'm just thinking, like, that fertilizer, I'm sure if it was really Persephone's, it was like, it's nothing but like chicken doo-doo, right?
That's right.
It's not like a whole bunch of chemicals, right? So she just must smell like shit as she's just walking around.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I just let me have this giant bag of shit I'm taking out of my...
All right, I'm just going to say, Persephone, the real Persephone, seemed a little flaky to be a terrorist girl.
100%. You could depend on her for nothing.
Yeah. She's like, go ahead. You can eat my tomato and we prove to you that organic is better. Horrible idea to be a terrorist girl.
Yeah.
No chill.
Well, in the end, it's a double cross. So Haley knocks Benson out and Lewis gets the drop on her as she's building the bomb. And surely it's more complicated than just dumping everything into a bucket.
But I'm not letting you take me.
I'm not letting you set that bomb off, Haley. You know I can't do that. Come on, I know you understand. Haley, it's not worth it. Haley, come on, we can work something out.
I need it! Now!
But apparently, it's like we got to shoot her before she puts the top on that container. Lewis shoots her dead, and then Benson says, You could have wounded her.
Yeah.
Something she has never said to Stabler.
Never.
Ever.
Something that she has never done. She has never just wounded anybody.
Ping, just like Wyatt Earp, just ping to shoot her right out of there.
To me, it feels absolutely ridiculous that we don't let her just like bomb the building. Just bomb the building. Who cares? Just leave. Just be like, cool, we're going to leave. Take like 5 minutes, bomb the building. We don't ever want to see you or this building again. I'm just saying, as a cop, they really were very protective of the property in that way. Well, we can't let you do this. Like, why? Everybody's out of the building, right? There's nobody else there. Bomb the building. Who cares? Just do it.
That'll make the charges stick.
We're going to kill you anyway.
Exactly. You're either going to prison or I'm sitting here. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense that there's no hostage involved. None of that. They're just like, we can't let you bomb this building. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
It was the anti-Waco.
Yes. Just let them do it.
Yeah.
Anti-Waco. Just let them do it.
So the episode ends where Cragen tells Stabler that Liv is away, but he can't say where. But apparently she is so deep undercover, she needs to clean out her desk and disconnect her phone. That seems extra.
Yeah. Who's going to drink that half bottle of red on her kitchen countertop?
The one that's always there? That's always there.
Always there. Always there.
One sunny day, a honeybee was merrily buzzing through an orchard when she stopped to collect nectar from a mystery apple blossom. She passed that pollen along to a Honeycrisp tree, and months later, the sugar bee apple was born. Naturally sweet, with layered notes of caramel, honey, molasses, and the perfect crunch. The world has embraced the sugar bee apple, a pure delight for snacking and baking. Download our new free recipe book and find a store near you at hellosugarbee.com. Sugar bee apples, from bee to you.
The GLP-1 pill you've been waiting for is now on Ro. Yep, it's finally here. With the same clinically proven ingredient, now in a pill, and now on Ro. It's the first FDA-approved GLP-1 pill for weight loss at the lowest price available. That's one daily GLP-1 pill for big results. Now on Ro. Go to ro.co/listen to see if you qualify. RX only. Go to ro.co/safety for serious side effects and boxed warning associated with GLP-1s.
This message comes from DSW with their semi-annual sale starting now and featuring lots of deals. At Designer Shoe Warehouse, they'll give you something to brag about, like 40% off clearance in all DSW stores or an extra 10% off clearance at DSW.com. Find shoes that get you at prices that get your budget. DSW. Let us surprise you.
All right, let's take a look at the real-life story that inspired this episode. It's time for Rip from the Headlines.
You think you know who did it. You think you know who did it. But you don't know who did it. You don't know who did it. Rip from the Headlines.
This episode is inspired by the FBI's Operation Backfire. In the late 1990s, animal rights advocates and environmentalists launched a series of arsons in the Pacific Northwest, targeting businesses they claimed were hurting the planet. The feds labelled the crimes domestic terrorism and targeted the Earth Liberation Front. The small size of the eco-sabotage cells and their operational independence made it hard for agents to infiltrate. But when they arrested one member on an unrelated heroin charge, they convinced him to wear a wire and take down the group. Through secret recordings, travel information, and other digital breadcrumbs, the Bureau was able to identify which of the activists took part in which of the arsons. In January 2006, the feds indicted 18 people for the crimes. Though Operation Backfire was a success, it was decreed by left-wing advocates who accused the FBI of targeting the group for its political views. They said right-wing militia groups were the bigger domestic terrorism threat, and the Earth Liberation Front members were peaceful activists who'd committed nothing more than property damage. The Bush administration defended Operation Backfire, saying protests cross the line when they become violent.
Protests cross the line when they become violent. Anybody who is not an insurrectionist agree with that?
Listen, my friend, this whole thing is bullshit.
You both want to go at it. All right, I'm going to let ladies go first.
All right, so this whole thing is fucking bullshit.
Okay.
I'm very comfortable saying this. So-called eco-terrorists were given that name by the government, right? They do not kill people. Sure, they will sit in a tree forever. They will blow up a tractor. They will do whatever, but they do not, and it is not their mission to kill people. They are literally, and I'm not saying it's right to break the law, but they are literally pointing something to that is literally true, which is that the planet literally is being destroyed and we will all die if no one does anything to stop it.
Yes.
So it really bothers me that they'd be considered the number one threat by, say, I don't know, the Bush administration over, let's say, white supremacist organizations.
Anti-government militias.
Who are actually terrorists and do like to blow up churches and kill people. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
But Ronald, just because it's a just cause, does it make it right?
Yes. And I'll tell you why.
Yes. Now let me pivot to what I actually want to say.
Okay. Well, I think it does. No, okay. I think it does. And here's why. One, the word terrorist is a political word. Two words and phrases that are used only during certain scenarios. Political violence and terrorism. Those are two words you only hear when the public is being persuaded to dislike a certain group of individuals that are doing something that the government doesn't like. The same thing with political violence. You only hear the phrase political violence when a political figure is killed for whatever reason, and the government's like, oh, we can't let that happen. I'm not going to mention any names or any recent times that this has happened. You can Google it and discover this for yourselves, but those are two phrases that you only hear when the government is attempting to frame someone or something as something that they want you to see it as. And I say that to say, there's no way in the world you're going to tell me you're looking at eco-terrorism, that they've just, a word that they made up, two things that they made up so that they could classify something, so they could stop people from doing the thing that they hate the most and why they didn't want them to bomb that building: property damage. Rich people hate when you damage their property. You hate when you make them have to spend money to fix it. That is the worst crime that you could do to a rich person. And that is not an exaggeration. It's the worst crime. That's why police were invented. Go listen to Empire City by Chidrak Kubanika. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sorry for using this comedy podcast as a way to get off my rocks about the government.
Yes. You keep going, man.
But what about reusing needles? Because it's...
I knew you were going to do that, and I support it because that was still a funny joke. That still works.
So the FBI has a list of the 10 most wanted domestic terrorists. All of them are members of left-wing or anarchist groups. None of them are right-wing or anti-government groups, even though the majority of lethal incidents, between 75 and 80% of those deaths, attributed to right-wing or anti-government groups. The last right-wing terrorist on the list was Eric Rudolph in 2003. Does that tip your hand as to what the priorities are?
Yes.
It absolutely, and to me, that only reinforces exactly what I'm saying, which is to say, whoever's in charge of the terrorist list terrorists should always be terrorists if it means what they tell us it means. The terrorists should always be the same no matter what. Why are the terrorists different now? On July 4th, there was a white supremacist group openly marching in D.C.
Yes.
Their faces are covered, wearing sunglasses. Why are they not on the terrorist watch list? What are we talking about here? What is a terrorist?
Because the photo isn't very good. It's all... the sketch doesn't really...
I mean,
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? No, I guess...
I love
what is terrorism? Terrorism is doing a thing to scare people to get their attention and then make them perpetually afraid in their life, right?
Yeah.
Timothy
Correct.
McVeigh, Eric Rudolph, terrorists. They actually killed a bunch of people, 158 people or whatever it was, right? And the idea was to make a statement. And then that day, the Oklahoma City Day has become a thing that right-wing white supremacist guys have been that's that fun anniversary for them.
Right.
That's their 250th.
Yes.
It's fucking wild.
So I'll just to the extent to defend the FBI here in their list. Hold on. They have several most wanted lists that deal with fugitives, right? So they have the domestic terror. This isn't like the top 10 fugitives list. They have top 10 domestic terror, top 10 international terrorists. You get it on there because you are a longtime fugitive at large. It's not necessarily the biggest, but if you've been on the lam for a really long time, then you make the list. So they say these left-wing radicals like the Weathermen and the Earth Liberation Front, they've been successfully hiding underground for a very long time.
Good.
Which gets them on the list. Good.
Yeah.
And they say the anti-government militia members get caught right away. So they don't stick around long enough to make There's no right-wing Lou Gehrig.
Are you saying they're
Cal
dumb?
Ripken. They're dumb.
It sounds like
that's
it.
why we don't have any, because we got them all.
They dumb.
And then we pardoned them.
Yeah, you got it. Yes. Actually, okay, Kevin, I know that's a joke, but it's true. Like,
It's true.
Literally, you got them, you pardoned them, and now they're running for office. Like, there's this one guy who did January 6th, and he's still out there talking trash about black people in the streets. He pardoned from January 6th. I don't even remember his name. He just did it the other day at the BET Awards, if I'm not mistaken. All I'm saying is it's garbage, and I hate it. And terrorist has a very, very polarizing definition, because what Rebecca said is true, but that's not the way they actually define it within the government and in media.
Hey, that's great.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm okay. I don't care. They need to know this. Don't cut this.
So Josephine Sunshine Overacre was one of the 18 people indicted in Operation Backfire. She was a firefighter who set fires for the group.
Good for her.
And she went on.
She put her skills to work.
That's right.
Yes, you got there before I did. Yes, exactly that.
That's it. You know, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. She went on the lam in 2001 and is still at large. The FBI thinks she might be living in Spain. Her wanted poster says that she might still be working as a firefighter. And it says she is vegan and still may be. This is part of the description. Her description also includes tattoos, scars, and says she may have a light facial mustache. I think she's trying to be mean.
Yeah, it sounds real mean.
Yeah.
Her farts smell weird.
Yeah.
All she eats is beans.
She's a little awkward when you talk to her.
Yeah.
Like, no one really likes talking to her. She goes into very deep dives of how she feels about Xena the Warrior Princess or something.
Be on the lookout for this fugly tree hugger. Unibrow and unshaved pits. Smells like patchouli and sandalwood. She currently looks like Timothy Chalamet and Marty Supreme.
Yes.
That is going to do it for us.
Or Timothy Chalamet at a Knicks game.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to thank our guest, Ronald Young Jr. Ronald, where can our listeners follow you online?
You can follow me on Instagram, Threads, Letterboxd, and TikTok at It's Big Brown. That's at OHITSBIGRON. I have 2 podcasts right now, Leaving the Theater and Wait For It. If you already listened to Wait For It, you should keep tuned to that feed. I have some very big news coming very soon. So follow me on all those things. Listen to all my stuff. That's my plug.
And Rebecca Lavoie, how can our listeners follow you?
You can follow me everywhere at Reb Lavoie.
And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, Blue Sky, and I promise this season I will get on Threads. Our newsreader is Cy Frater. Our theme music was composed and performed by Uncanny Valleys. Content assistance from Travis Roy. Lily Flynn handles promotions. All clips in this podcast were used in compliance with U.S. Copyrights Act fair use exemption for criticism and commentary. Go to lawandorderpodcast.com and sign up for our newsletter for a chance to be our next Law & Order Marathon winner. These Other Stories was recorded in Studio C and is a production of Partners in Crime Media.
Partners in Crime Media.
Looking to scale your outcomes beyond search and social? Realize is Taboola's AI-powered performance platform, driving incremental growth by engaging high-intent users across a global network of 600 million daily active users on premium websites. Reach and convert your audience on premium websites and placements where your customers actually spend their time. For more information and to create your account today, go to realize.com/podcast.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. Let their story unfold and gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. Hire skills first. Learn why at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.